1917 is an Oscar-nominated movie directed by Sam Mendes. It was shot by the legendary cinematographer Roger Deakins. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this movie is because the whole movie is shot in a single take. No, not really, I'm just kidding. But that is what the makers want you to believe. And despite mimicking real time, the movie is far from slow or boring. So how did the filmmakers achieve this feat? Well, to be frank, 1917 is not the first movie to achieve this. Birdman did it way back in 2014. And both these movies owe their success to a technique called long takes. Hey guys, this is Movie Miners, and in this video, we'll see why long takes are so powerful and how they entice us, sometimes without us even realizing it. It may surprise many of you guys today, but during the early days of cinema, like the really early days, editing as a concept did not exist. Most of these early movies were just one single shot. In fact, the film camera was considered to be a doomed invention because it did a little more than a regular camera. The very first recording, or rather the oldest surviving film, is just a group of people walking around in a garden. It was a little more than your random cat video. But it all changed when editing was invented. Now, a meaningful story could be conjured up by recording and then arranging these recordings in a certain order. Now, a cut could signify the change in a location or movement of a character. But are some shots better off by themselves? Could a cut ruin the feel of a shot? Well, this is where long takes come in. A shot is considered to be long if it runs continuously without a cut for at least 1 minute. These are also sometimes called as oners. They can be used for multiple purposes of storytelling. The first and the most obvious reason for using a long take is to retain the intensity of the shot. In Gravity, for instance, when Dr. Ryan Stone, played by Sandra Bullock, is outside repairing the Explorer, the space shuttle she is on, space debris hits the shuttle, shattering it. This scene is shown as one single uncut shot to retain the intensity. This is a classic example where a cut would have spoiled the continuity of the scene, ruining the high-octane action sequence that follows. Another notable example is the Arikara attack scene in The Revenant. The scene has a lot of shots that are shown as one uncut segment. Not cutting has helped the shot retain the viewer's attention without any hindrances. But make no mistakes, these shots require immense planning. Similarly, the opening shot of Godfather tells us a lot about the main character, Don Corleone. Another great reason to use long takes is to bring viewers' attention to the action within the frame. And by action, I don't mean action scenes. However, let me start by giving the example of an acclaimed action scene. In the movie Oldboy, the corridor fight scene lasts for 2 minutes and 40 seconds without a cut. The actors have actually fought for almost 3 minutes without a break. Now, it may not seem like much, but I can't even imagine the efforts it would have taken the cast and the crew to pull something like that off. In contrast, watch this bit from Taken 3. There are around 50 cuts in 40 seconds. A shot on average doesn't even last a second. This doesn't even give us enough time to comprehend the shots, leaving us in a state of confusion. The final reason long takes are used is to make the audience experience the scene or scenes in real time. And this brings us to films like 1917 and Birdman. Now, it doesn't really matter if the aim of these movies is for the audience to experience the story in real time or not, they achieve this effect by default. And by doing so, the characters' struggles and actions become more real and relatable to us, the viewers. Instead of dwelling on whole movies, let me take an example of a single shot from a movie. Some of you may find this video disturbing, so your discretion is advised. The hanging scene from 12 Years a Slave lasts for almost 3 minutes. But the very first shot in the scene lasts for 1.5 minutes. That's almost half the scene. So why is the first cut so long? I'm sure those of you who haven't seen 12 Years a Slave felt uncomfortable watching that scene. Well, that's the reason for that long take. It somehow makes the viewers experience what the character on the screen is experiencing. Now, a single long take may serve one or multiple purposes I've mentioned. It may even be used for reasons I haven't even mentioned in this video. But there is no denying that seeing a right long take at the right time is a sight to behold. What is the most iconic long take you have seen? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And for all the latest updates, make sure you hit the bell button. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.